Hey everyone, I feel like I have a really big problem. I've been really stressed. I feel like 2020 has not gotten the best of me. There has been a lot of leadership decisions we've had to make. We've made a lot of pivots. Our people have been gracious. Those who have disagreed, we've talked about it. Everything's been great. Honestly, our church has been growing in this season. My family, it feels stronger than ever. My marriage is at a really good place. Everything seems great. And I keep thinking, we got this. But there has been one thing, one area in my life that I get frozen with fear. I get super stressed out. And finally, I'm doing something about it today. I'm talking about skin cancer. That's even the first time I've said those two words out loud. I have a history of it with my parents, my family, my grandparents. And 3 months ago, there was a mole. I still have the mole. And my wife was like, "Ugh, I think you should get that checked." And I was like,
"Oh, really? Why? What's wrong with it?"
She said, "I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be shaped right. You should go get it checked." And so I said, "Okay, go ahead." And I didn't really do anything about it. Hold on. But then coronavirus happened, and there was my excuse. I'm not going to go to the doctor. I don't even think people were allowed to go to the doctor after that. But ever since then, I've seen random ads on YouTube talking about it's terrifying if you wait too long. We even had a church member last year who lost her daughter because of this. And it's just one thing after another, and I just have been terrified. I've just had moments where I was just this is not a joke, and so I just been very, very fearful. I can't tell you, I struggle with fear a lot. And when it comes to health, so how do you think my 2020 has been going, right? And there's just been random occasions where I get really stressed out. So I finally scheduled the appointment, and they actually said it's 3 weeks out. Oh, wait a minute, somebody canceled, and now it's tomorrow. And I just thought, this is divine providence of God. I really do have something, or God just wants me to find the results and move on. And in my theology, I believe it's possible I have something. I don't think that I'm immune to these things. But I do believe no matter what, God is gracious, God is good, and the way we define good is not always the way that God defines good, and so I'm going to trust Him, and I know He's providential, but I'm not going to lie. I've been praying, pleading with God that I would just find out there's nothing wrong with this mole and just move on with my life. And so now I'm literally 10 minutes from going to this doctor's appointment. My stomach is churning. I am just so stressed out, but I love the fact that I can move on from this, either get a solution going and there really is something, or, and I'm hoping and praying, this is nothing. I'm really leaning toward it being more about a tool of the enemy than anything. Because no matter what, I have just felt this stress, this anxiety, this fear, and I know that God hasn't designed me to live that way. There's a huge difference between chronic anxiety and acute anxiety, and I feel like I've been having chronic anxiety over this. And this isn't the first time I've had a freak out over my health. But I just say all this because I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna see how this goes. I am about to leave right now. Oh man, the tone of this video will I don't know how it'll be. I gotta go to this doctor's office, have this frank conversation about what's going on, and I guess I'll see you after. I just keep thinking of biblical principles to apply right now, but it really depends on what happens. Something about speculation bringing devastation, something like that. All right, I don't like the nerves right now. Here we go. Yes! Oh man, yeah. All right, thoughts. Talk about it when I get home, I guess. Woo, load off of my chest, man. Oh, I know, again, I gotta be careful here. Not everybody is as fortunate, but man, can't tell you how much that has been agonizing me and just nagging at me. It is your woundedness and wickedness that keeps you from full deliverance. For me, I struggle with fear a lot, but it's good for me to know that and not be blindsided, because here's the thing, we always just blame the devil for tempting us, but we gotta start blaming him for discouraging us too. He knows how to discourage you in a moment. And we just think, oh, it's all the bad sins. That's what the devil wants me to do. He would be so happy just for you to have a rotten day and for you to doubt the providence of God in your life. The Ignatius exercises have taught me that spiritual maturity brings about a nuance of the Christian fight. And the enemy begins to break you down in ways that he didn't break you down previously. And so we must understand and have the outlook, of course, not to blame the devil on everything, but recognize that some discouragement does come from the demonic. We are in a crazy moment here in 2020, and I really believe, I was just reading a post, somebody believed it's the third great awakening. And if that is true, which I pray it is, the devil doesn't want anything more than to discourage the leaders of the faith. And so I just want to encourage you, if you have a problem, if you're speculating about a health thing, go figure it out. It's not worth stressing over. It's not worth letting the enemy have a foothold in your life. It's never good just to sit and stew and wonder and speculate. Let's go lead some people, all right? This is big. We got to be leaders in this moment. We can't be dealing with dumb discouragements. I'm preaching to myself. See you on the next video.